a domestic concern that I have arising from the King's speech, and that is around the housing question. Many members this afternoon during the course of the debate have spoken about the leasehold provisions not going far enough, and I share those concerns. I've had hundreds of emails from leaseholders since I was elected in 2015 about the lack of protection that they feel with their housing tenure. And I look forward to the bill in committee being amended to strengthen its provisions so that leaseholders are not negatively affected financially in the coming years. I also wanted briefly to put on record my concern about rough sleeping. In the last 24 hours, I've been approached by 3 beggars. One was on the Thameslink service who's clearly had addiction issues. One was a 19-year-old girl who approached me at King's Cross and Pancras, who'd obviously been assaulted, was sleeping rough and was begging for help and money, of course. And the third, an autistic man who approached me once again asking for money. And I do feel that the begging and the rough sleeping has got quite extreme in the last couple of months. And many people will have read the newspaper coverage that the United Nations has underlined that growing inequality that we have got in the UK and the need for us to act with much more energy in addressing it. The food bank in my constituency has just written to update me that in their 3 hours that they're open a week, they just open once a week, 369 requests for food parcels, which has gone up enormously. Where we all hoped back in 2010 that it would just be a brief moment that food banks would be needed while the economy righted itself following the global financial crash. Sadly, it's become business as usual to have all these food banks, and we all live to see a world without food banks. Sir Roger, I wanted briefly to also just mention other housing tenures, because in the rented sector in Hornsey and Wood Green, I had a constituent writing in to say that their landlord had decided to increase the monthly rent from £1,470 to £1,720 overnight. And then later in a further email telling me, originally we thought we'd be able to buy our own property around this time, but with current interest rates, we definitely can't afford it. It seems that a year ago when we had the South West Norfolk MP as our Prime Minister, unfortunately we still haven't recovered financially from that period, and another rental property, my partner and I are looking to stay in our 1-bedroom flat, but the letting agent wants to put the rent up by £500 a month. We already pay at $1,900. This is absolutely crazy. We're very good tenants. We fix everything ourselves and keep the property in an excellent condition. Another constituent just wanted to say that today our rent was increased by 24%. The landlord's agent would not accept any negotiation. Our phone, utility and bills go up annually by the rate of inflation plus 4%. And I've been a tenant in this property for 20 years. That's obviously getting extremely serious. And the final element that I wanted to talk about, Sir Roger, was the social housing sector, so the other tenure that we have in the borough, and just to put on record what so many others have said today, where we are simply not building enough homes, that the supply of new homes really needs to be addressed with urgency. I noticed the new build, the completions of new homes has dropped again this month, another month of dropping home finishing of homes. We desperately need more supply so that we have somewhere to house the future generation. I have constituents writing into me saying that they have several children in a 1-bedroom flat. They have nowhere for their children to study. The impact on education and the impact on the mental health of my constituents is extreme. Briefly on the opportunity that building more new homes would give us. As a local authority leader in a previous life, we found that in building new homes we were able to have an excellent apprenticeship scheme And this seems to me to be a great opportunity for green jobs, to have more training and more skills development for engineers and for the construction industry, to introduce insulation, to introduce new homes which are more effective in terms of the environment. And I do hope that the government will be listening and to be getting on with building those new homes, not just to alleviate the terrible overcrowding that we see, but also to give people hope, to give people future, and to give people a sense of security. Thank you, Sir Roger.
Anna McMahon.
Thank you.